Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to unpack insights and find those really crucial nuggets of knowledge.
hmm
And today we're diving into something many of you know, well, excerpts from Atomic Habits by James Clear.
A really popular one, and for good reason.
Exactly. It's all about how these tiny, tiny changes can apparently lead to, well, remarkable results, really transform your life.
Yeah, that's the promise.
So let's get into it. This idea of getting just 1% better each day, it almost sounds too simple, maybe.
It does on the surface, but Clear really shows the math behind it. Over a year, that tiny 1%, it compounds.
Right, not just adds up.
Compounds to being, what, 37 times better? That's not just, a nice thought. It's the power of consistency.
It's actual math. So what's the real power behind that, though, beyond the numbers?
What was fascinating, I think, is how Clear connects it deeper. These small habits, they don't just build results, they build your identity.
Ah, okay. Identity.
Yeah, it's about fundamentally changing who you are through these tiny actions. It shifts focus from just the outcome.
To the person you're actually becoming, step by step.
Precisely.
Okay. So if you're ready to look maybe a bit deeper than just try harder at habits and want a simple framework for lasting change, well, stay with us.
Definitely.
Now, for anyone familiar with Clear's work, there's that core statement. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems.
That's a big one.
We all set goals, right? Big,
Mhm.
ambitious ones sometimes. But then we struggle. So what does he mean the problem is the system, not the goal itself?
Well, it's a really critical point. He argues that the goals, they give direction, but they aren't the path. The systems, the tiny routines, the processes, those are the path.
Okay.
It's less about finding this huge burst of motivation and more about designing things so the good habit is almost automatic.
Automatic, reducing the effort.
Exactly. Making it the default path, not something you have to constantly force with willpower.
And isn't that where so many of us, well, fall down, you start strong, maybe go into the gym, then life happens.
Motivation dips.
Yeah, and you're off track. Clear would say it's not you, it's your system wasn't strong enough.
Right. The system didn't support the goal when things got tough.
So building on that system idea, he gives us this really practical framework, the 4 laws of behavior change.
Yes, the 4 laws.
Mm.
Very clear, very actionable.
They're like a blueprint, aren't they, for making good habits stick and breaking bad ones. Can you walk us through them? Why are they so effective?
Absolutely. They tap into how our brains are wired first, make it obvious.
Obvious, like put it right in front of you.
Basically, yeah. Design your environment so the cue for the good habit is right there. Think leaving running shoes by the door.
Okay, so it uses visual cues, makes it harder to ignore.
Right. Leverages that automatic processing. Second law, make it attractive.
Attractive. How do you make, say, flossing attractive?
Good question. It's about linking it to something you do enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe listen to your favorite podcast only while you exercise. You start craving the run because you want the podcast.
Temptation bundling, I think he calls it. Pairing want with need.
Exactly. Taps into the brain's reward system. Then, number 3, make it easy.
This seems key. Reduce friction.
Totally. Lay out gym clothes the night before. Prepare healthy meals in advance. The fewer steps, the less willpower needed. Make it easy to start.
The 2-minute rule fits here too, right? Start for 2 minutes.
Yes. Lower the barrier to entry. And finally, number 4, make it satisfying.
Satisfying. So give yourself a reward.
An immediate reward, ideally. Our brains love instant gratification. Tracking your habit with a check mark can feel satisfying. A small, healthy treat after a workout. Something to close the loop right away.
Makes sense. Obvious, attractive, easy, satisfying. And then to break a bad habit, just flip them.
Precisely. Make it invisible, unattractive, difficult, and unsatisfying. It's elegant in its simplicity, really. Gives you levers to pull.
It really does. Now, this next bit, this feels like where Clear really sets his work apart. The idea that it's not about what you achieve, but who you become.
The identity-based habits.
Yeah. Can you unpack that a bit more? Why is focusing on identity such a game changer?
It shifts the whole focus internally. Instead of just aiming for an outcome like run a marathon, you focus on becoming the type of person who runs. Every action you take, Clear says, is like a vote for the type of person you want to be. So even a small run casts a vote for, I am a runner.
I see. So it's not about the marathon goal initially. It's about reinforcing that identity. I'm a runner. I'm a writer.
Exactly. It moves from an external goal, which can feel distant, to an internal transformation. The habits stick because they become part of who you are.
So if you want to be a writer, the identity focus means you just write, even one sentence daily.
Right. You become the person who writes every day. The identity comes first, the results follow.
Or one push-up to be someone who exercises. The focus is on being that person who shows up, consistently casting those votes. Not necessarily the huge output at first.
That's the core of it. Consistency reinforces identity.
Okay, another really strong claim Clear makes. Environment is stronger than willpower. We tend to beat ourselves up over a lack of willpower, don't we?
We absolutely do. But he argues our surroundings often dictate our actions more than we realize.
How so? Give us an example.
Well, the classic one. Phone by the bed. You'll check it first thing. It's just too easy, too obvious. Environment wins.
Right. Or cookies on the counter versus hidden in a cupboard.
Exactly. If you want to run, shoes by the door makes it far more likely. It's about designing your space, your context, so the desired behavior is the easiest path.
So it raises this critical question. How can we consciously architect our environment?
Yeah, to make good habits the default and bad habits, well, require more effort. It's about engineering success instead of just relying on grit.
So maybe the first step to changing your life isn't summoning more willpower, but rearranging your room or your kitchen.
It sounds simplistic, but yeah, optimizing your environment can have a huge impact. Make the cues for good habits obvious and cues for bad habits invisible.
Okay, so we've got systems, identity, environment. How do you keep it going? Especially when, motivation fades, which it always does eventually.
Right. That's where habit tracking and the idea of mastery come in.
Habit tracking, like checking off boxes.
Yeah, that visual progress can be incredibly motivating. It provides that immediate satisfaction we talked about. The key principle here is don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain, meaning try not to miss a day.
Exactly. Even if you feel low energy, do the smallest possible version of your habit. One push-up. Write one sentence. Just show up.
So it's not about being perfect every single day.
Not at all. It's about consistency. Showing up, even imperfectly, reinforces the habit and your identity. It keeps the momentum going.
The mastery isn't about doing more necessarily. It's about not quitting, maintaining that streak, that identity vote.
That's it. Showing up is the win, especially on the hard days.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all together for everyone listening. What are the big takeaways from this deep dive into Atomic Habits?
Well, first, those tiny habits, that 1%, they really do compound into significant transformation over time. It's not overnight, but it's powerful.
Right. And your identity, who you believe you are, is actually what drives your behavior long term. Focus on becoming the person first. Then effective systems are more reliable than just having big goals. You fall to the level of your systems.
Absolutely. And your environment, it shapes you more than you think. It's often stronger than willpower. Engineer it for success.
Yeah, that's a big one. And finally, showing up. Consistency over intensity. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for not quitting.
Showing up daily, even small, is the key.
So the real question this leaves us with, perhaps, is thinking about all this. What's one small, consistent vote you can cast today for the person you want to become?
Ooh, that's a good question to leave people with. As Clear says, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Think about that. What tiny, consistent system could you put in place right now? What small vote for your desired identity? Definitely something to mull over until our next deep dive.